I am Merem, a soldier in Pharaoh's mighty army, a servant of the great ruler of Egypt. I stood proud in my armor, my heart filled with the glory of our conquests, until the day the plagues began. It started with the rivers turning to blood, a sight so grotesque it made even the bravest among us shudder. The air thickened with the stench of death, and the cries of our people echoed through the streets. As the days turned into weeks, the plagues grew more severe. Frogs invaded our homes, gnats swarmed our fields, and the livestock fell ill. Each time we looked to Pharaoh for answers, but he only hardened his heart, blinded by pride. I watched as our people suffered, and fear began to creep into my own heart. What power would bring such devastation upon us? Then came the darkness, a thick veil that swallowed the sun. It was as if the gods themselves had turned their backs on us. I remember standing in the pitch black, surrounded by my fellow soldiers, each of us whispering prayers to gods we had worshipped all our lives. But deep down I felt a tremor of doubt, and then the final blow, the death of the firstborn. I lost friends that night, brothers in arms, all taken by a force I could not comprehend. It was a night of terror, a night when I realized that our strength meant nothing against the will of the true God. When the Hebrews fled, we were ordered to pursue them. I remember the chaos as we mounted our chariots, the sound of hooves pounding against the earth, the shouts of my comrades ringing in my ears. We were warriors trained to conquer. I felt a strange unease. As we reached the shores of the Red Sea, I saw them, those former slaves, standing in defiance, their faces lit with hope. And then, the impossible happened. The waters parted, a path of dry land stretching before them. I stood frozen, a soldier torn between duty and a growing sense of wonder. I watched as they crossed, each step testament to their faith. Panic surged through me as I realized our fate was sealed. We followed, driven by fear and anger. As I stepped onto that dry land, I felt something shift within me. The waters crashed down upon us, and in that moment I was not just a soldier of Pharaoh. I was a witness to something greater than myself. I saw judgment and panic, but I also saw grace. The God of the Hebrews had liberated them, and in that act, I felt the chains of my own heart begin to break. As the waves swallowed my comrades, I understood. I was not just fighting for Pharaoh. I was fighting against the very God who had the power to save. In that moment of despair, I made a choice. I chose to follow the God who liberates even former enemies. I am Merem, once a soldier, now a seeker of truth. I have witnessed the power of judgment, the depths of panic, and the heights of grace, and I will never be the same.